Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Day 2 of testing new internet. Hopefully it works. From my bandwidth testing that I've been doing with the new internet, it seems we can't really do like two high priority things at the same time in terms of the connection. So today we're going to spend most of the time in Fortnite Creative in the editor, looking at stuff. Unfortunately, I wanted originally this week to be a full game dev week, and due to problems with Fortnite Creative that I will get into in a bit here, as well as the internet issues and other stuff, did not have the time this month to work on it as much as I would have liked, and the things I did work on ended up being like either outdated tutorials or things that were supported in Unreal 5 that didn't fully make it over to UEFN. So yeah, a lot of things. I think the biggest thing was not being able to get cosmetics working, because it's like, oh, just snap an item to the head. I was working on all of that. Tutorial I followed was outdated, so I was trying to find a new settings and couldn't really, and even then I realized it also wouldn't work with the Fortnite items itself. Like, I just wanted to put a Fortnite hat on the character, and I ran into a lot of issues this week with wanting to do something and being like, well, Fortnite has the presets for it, and Fortnite not letting you change them in any way. So yeah, essentially Fortnite, had this been in just plain Unreal Engine 5, it might have actually been easier for me to do some of this polished stuff. Then I had to look for a lot of like workarounds in Fortnite Creative. But yeah, for those that don't know, the difference between UEFN and UE5, since they run off the same stuff, the main difference for me as a level designer is that you have to run and launch a full Fortnite session every time you make a change of any kind, and that's the only way you can play test your maps. You can't just play from here in the editor. Even if with limited capacity, you have to always like launch that session, which is hefty on your internet connection. It's hefty if you have a weaker PC. My PC is not the problem anymore, thankfully, but it was last year the first time we worked on this map. This year the PC is not the problem though, it's the internet. So every time I've bandwidth tested, we've gone from so far 0 dropped frames on like the new internet setup, which is great. In fact, I'm very tempted to see if we can stream in. Okay, my insurance doesn't cover my prescription anymore. That's cool. What a lovely way to start the day. Not the important prescription, I guess, but one I was already weaning off of because I knew they were gonna pull this. So I'll be alright. Man, that sucks though. But yeah, Fortnite Creative is too hefty on the internet connection, so whenever I've bandwidth tested, it's gone from like 0 dropped frames to 60% dropped frames instantly. Actually, just swinging the camera around in here a bit made it jump up to 0.5 dropped frames, and I'm not sure why. But all in all, we're going to stress test game dev streams. We stress tested Switch streams on Wednesday morning. That VOD is not up on YouTube, so if you're watching this one on YouTube and you're like, I don't remember you playing anything on Wednesday morning, even though it was good quality, I wasn't sure what quality it would be, and I was just kind of vibing in stress the whole time. So I didn't put that one on YouTube publicly, because it was kind of just an internet test stream, but I will put this one up since it's technically the conclusion, the wrapping up of the Oz Tycoon stuff, kind of the epilogue to that. So I did manage to make a few changes, a few debugs. I fixed the objective ordering thing with the priority. I fixed some of the visuals on the barriers. I found a better material for it. I added some better where did one of the things go? Where did my text renders go, actually? What the hell? Okay, well, I thought I fixed some stuff. Some things I had in here are missing completely now. Mainly I put down I had put down some I'm gonna hope they're still there and that it's just bugging out right now. Some things to like make the combat areas a bit cleaner, like they actually have like the combat billboards still, but put them on like an actual sign and put like an archery thing next to the entrance of each combat thing. I wasn't able to find like the magic wall or make the magic wall texture because every tutorial I found I got like really excited about, and they're like, you need to use this motion stuff. You can access it in your engine folder. UEFN is not about that. UEFN is not about letting you have that amount of control. So I was not able to like make things the same way. I'm sure there's a way around it, but I'm not sure what the Fortnite creative equivalent to that is. Like a lot of these things, I'm like, I just wanna, as much as I like using the assets as a level designer, some of these things I'm like, I just think I need to make it from scratch, and Fortnite creative makes that very difficult to do sometimes. So still have kind of like the cheesy like little outline on the ground, but it is like a neon pink now, and it is further set into the ground for the boundary around each combat area, so it does look a lot better than whatever the hell we left it at last year. And I put some Vista items in. I know I'm talking about this all without showing you guys, because I've been just waiting for the dropped frames to go back down a little bit. But yeah, essentially I will take you guys through. I kind of want to do some foliage painting as well. So essentially I'll just take you guys through what I have updated and stuff, and what we were able to update this year compared to last year. And then I am going to plan to, even though I wasn't able to get the cosmetics thing, and I wasn't able to push for like more art pass stuff, like I wanted to completely overhaul each section. I'm not really going to be able to, but that being said, I am still happy with this, and I will still push this as Oz Tycoon 2.0 to Fortnite itself, hopefully today, actually. So that is my plan for my free time. Then after this, I have been trying to focus on this week, even though I didn't get a lot of work done. But after this, I'll be able to redirect my attention towards the next video essay, which will be about coziness and combat within games. Both about cozy moments in action games and like combat moments in cozy games. I like both. I'm like so tempted. I so badly want to hit play, but I know stream will crash if I do that. So yeah, first thing here is the barriers. So there is a better barrier material here called Barrier Bound Translucent Green. Or wait, no. It's not green. I made a green one. But there's Barrier Bound Translucent like red, I think, and the translucent version, it only shows up when you approach it. So that means when you're back here, you won't see a lot of barriers just like blocking visibility of the map, but when you get closer, you will hit that invisible wall, and then again, the path you take to walk closer has the money thing on it to unlock it, so it becomes clear that you have to pay to get through. And I also have, I thought I had, oh wait, this is another barrier. And then yeah, what we did for the combat zones, so this should have billboards on it that, there we go. It's not the cleanest looking, but it does look better than what we had, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, combat training, I have a little archery thing. This is at the entrance to every little combat zone, as well as I put like these little like confetti, almost flower petal looking effect that I made onto it, just so that it grabs player attention. Like confetti on its own doesn't say, oh, that's the combat zone in the Tycoon I'm playing, right? But it does draw your eye over to it and towards the sign and the entrance as well, where all the information is. So yeah, I didn't get to do a heavy VFX pass on it, but I felt like if I was gonna put the one effect I made like anywhere, combat entrances would be the best place. So there's one there, there's one similarly over here. I don't know why the billboards aren't really like showing up anymore. That's weird. There's one on this side. And then there's the one to this little garden area over here. So that's that. I did finally decide to swap Glinda's model for this white woman with a crown. Her name was something else in the editor, but she does have a very Glinda, if I may say, appearance about her. So I updated her. I updated a lot of something we did add this year is when you complete an area, there's not only objectives for it if you fully upgrade each area, but you also get a you get some that completed and updated, and you get some NPCs walking around the space as well. So let's see, for this area I kind of have some pink-haired furries, I guess, some pink-haired creatures waddling around. For over here, I actually changed it so that the NPCs and the tame NPCs in this area are like the blue kind of like imp girls, and then the enemies are they do have monkeys. I don't remember them having monkeys because I looked it up. I think I don't remember them having the monkeys when we did this last year, but they do have toy monkeys now. So we've got monkeys in here, and we've got monkeys for the guard fight in here, but like a tougher version of them, an emo version of the sock monkey. So we do have those in the west now. I believe the NPCs for here are these little bush creatures, like kind of like the trees. And then I made the NPC for here Tactical Prince, which honestly kind of reminds me more of like Fiero a lot. So it might make more sense to like put him Winky countries in the west, right? Right? But it's whatever. He's over here just because this was the closest like uniform wise. I did want to go with something more humanoid for Munchkinland. This was the closest uniform wise I could get to something like that. And if you've seen Wicked for Good, which I haven't yet, but if you've seen like part 2 of the musical, you know the state they're under in that movie, with our Wicked Witch of the East here's rule, is a little bit more of a military-esque state, so having them in uniform made sense to me. But yeah, that is those updates. And then yeah, the Vista. So by default, Fortnite islands on setup, most of them are just a literal island, and they're surrounded by moving water volume, and then like a just skybox with a lot of water in it. So I put a landscape down over it. I tried to change stuff directly and it kind of started freaking out. So I just laid a landscape over it as big as it would let me, and I painted it all with the sand texture. And then I used, usually for backdrop stuff like this, it's so like low res because it's supposed to be from a much farther distance. But you can tell I don't have the energy to do a higher res Vista pass on me. And like the landscape was being annoying. So usually put these way farther away if you want them to look better. That is their intended purpose. But for cutting corners, I put them here because Oz is surrounded by a desert. That's why everyone's kind of like stuck there. If you ever wonder, like, well, if Oz sucks so much, why don't people leave? It's because it's surrounded by this. That's why, this is something both for, like, in the books and in a lot of adaptations in general. That's why Dorothy is, like, arriving in Oz is, like, such a big thing. Because they're like, where did you come from? And stuff. So yeah, something to keep in mind. It's definitely, it's not impossible to get in and out of, but that is why stuff like the wizard as well, coming and going with the hot air balloon, that's why there's a little more importance to it, is it's a lot more rare than just like traveling out of the country and stuff. It's kind of a big adventure to get out of there. I so badly want to hit play. Let me drink some coffee. Get my energy up. But currently my plan is I do want to see Wicked for Good, because obviously I do like Wicked quite a bit. A lot of people say, oh, Wicked, like the musical, is infamous for its defining moment is how badly Act 2 sucks in the musical. And Act 2 of Wicked, the pacing is horrendous, I will give them that, but I actually really have always loved Act 2 of Wicked. So I know it's still reviewing really positively, just like slightly lower than the impact that the first film had. But a lot of people are like, people that have seen the musical are like, I hated it because it was like the musical, or people that haven't seen it are like, man, the pacing, it fell off, and like, I wish it were happier like the first film. No, I'm not here to be happy. I'm not here to have stuff be too different. I'm here for stuff to be expanded upon, to make me more sad. So from what I've heard of reviews so far, if you go into it expecting that, you will be pleased with how sad you are. And that's what I want. And that's what I want. So hopefully I'm gonna see it. My partner has still been getting over, I think it's pretty much over the cold, the kind of like flu bug, cold thingamabob that he's had. But cough is gonna stick around a while, so I believe we're not contagious anymore, but it's more of a question of, at the tail end of this, did I catch anything? Currently I'm feeling alright, but if I start to feel bad this weekend, then I will stay in and we will stream Kirby. We will stream more Kirby. We'll be streaming Kirby Air Riders tomorrow. I just downloaded it on my Switch. I'm very excited. I love me a Sakurai game. I've seen the reviews for that being like, it's too hard and stuff, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, you can go home then, like, this is what I'm here for. Catlamp's here. He's behind Kirby. He chillin'. Right? Who's on the roster right now? We've got the panda that I stress squeeze in meetings all the time. We've got Garogu, we got a Porg, we got Freddy Fazbear, Luma, Kerbo, and Catlamp's ear is kind of punched in. That's our current Avengers lineup right there. I have so many more. Like, you can see a little bit of like Princess Queen Butt Stallion. My bad, that is my queen. And like Chica and Charmander are back there as well. You can see I have a Wednesday figure like right there too. So I've got so many plushies. The shelf like here under the Legos is all even more plushies. 50%. And I must smack him. There we go. But yeah, like 50% of my storage back there is all plushies, because every time we travel somewhere, I get smaller plushies because I want to get more of them. But every time we travel, I always just like somehow end up with a plushie. I'm like, how did that get in there? That's crazy. I needed it. But yeah, how have you been, Optic Fusion? And yeah, like I was saying, oh, these houses all do have different colors already. Give them a bit of rotation here. A little bit of layout diversity would be nice here. Currently, plan is to do a longer stream. I don't think a super long stream, but we are going to continue stress testing the new internet setup with Kirby Air Riders tomorrow. So maybe a 3 to 4 hour stream tomorrow afternoon. Going Rick mode on people. And I'm hopeful that, like I said, I unfortunately don't think we'll be able to do a lot of stuff that requires a strong internet connection to play or to work on. Hence why we're gonna have to drop Fortnite Creative probably from the game dev lineup until I move. This will probably be the last time I'm in Fortnite Creative for a while because of the internet stuff. But also that is a holdback of Fortnite Creative versus Unreal on its own. So that just means we're gonna go back to base Unreal Engine 5, and if we wanted to switch programs, we can like learn a different creative program as well in general. Like we could do Blender, or we could do like a video editing stream for fun if we wanted to. So like our creative streams aren't going anywhere, but Fortnite creative streams will be after this temporarily, and that's because, you know what else sealed the deal for that? There is a bug. It is a written bug ticket now, but for about the past week, which is again when I originally wanted to do this whole like wicked hype game dev week before the internet issues, or yeah, I had planned this before the internet issues even happened. So for the past week, I had been opening up Fortnite Creative in here, and it was doing this thing where like every time you clicked on something, it would lag, but in a way that like it would show the menu flash on screen and then disappear. Anytime you clicked on anything, if you clicked on a drop down, if you tried to click on the outliner, if you tried to right click, anything would just like either not take your command, or it would like, because you're clicking so much, it would take it and then remove it immediately. It was actually impossible to like do anything or to navigate anything. It was infuriating. And there was a bug ticket open for it like as soon as like this update hit, like earlier this week or over the last weekend or something. As soon as it hit, bug tickets started popping up. People were like or not the bug tickets, but people were reporting it like, hey, especially people that have dev teams that just make stuff for Fortnite that are like, my team can't work because of this. We don't know what's causing it. And Fortnite kind of just ignored it for a few days. There was like no movement on these tickets at all. They were just like no responses, not even we'll look into it, or do you know if other people are having the same thing? Just like no responses to these. To the point people started figuring out it's something with maybe updates that happened on other platforms, but I'm not really sure because I think there's multiple things that affect it. But it's something like being overloaded, mainly Discord. If you have Discord on your computer, you can't just close the tab, you have to fully shut down the program in order for it to work. And revision control I had to turn off as well. Revision control is also causing some lag. So if you are working in Fortnite Creative this week, maybe it's been fixed by now. It wasn't as of like yesterday, I know that. But yeah, if you've been having really bad issues to the point where you feel like you can't even work properly in Fortnite Creative, then I would say if you have Discord, shut that down fully. Use Task Manager and stuff. Make sure it's fully just offline. You don't need to uninstall it or anything. Just make sure it's completely closed. And then if you have revision control and it's still acting up, I would go ahead and disable that, which I know is kind of, you can't really do that too much if you're in a group setting, unfortunately, but yeah, unfortunately that definitely affected some things. But yeah, they finally got around to it, and they're like, oh, we've written up the response after, like, days after people started finding the placeholder solutions. They're like, good news, we've written this up as a bug ticket. And that... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna find the bug ticket now. I'm gonna find it. I just... I can't find the original ticket now, no. I can't find the first Reddit post I saw talking about it 17 days ago. That is... Yeah, I don't know, I won't spend too much time on it, but another reason I'm looking forward to, we have like 2 more game dev streams probably that we'll do next month. We'll start back up our Friday morning game dev streams like this in full force eventually in the new year, but I'll try to squeeze a couple of them in before Christmas. I'm just zooming through and like seeing if there's any other things that I want to change. I kind of want the fronts of these buildings to be pink as well, because Galinda. Do we have pink brick? I want them to be like pink brick. Oh, that's right. It won't let me see it. I'll look myself then. We don't have pink brick. Ah, but we do have interior wall here. Oh, never mind. I just changed it. You know, it probably looks better that way. It's fine. But I'm hoping the internet stuff will be fixed for Kirby this weekend. Or like it will work well with Kirby this weekend, I guess. Currently the internet setup. My apartment internet has not gotten any better in the past. Okay, we're having a little bit of frame dropping. No one panic. We're gonna see if it fully disconnects or not. I saw the bitrate drop into the red here. This is the first time it's dropped on the new internet, so I'll just keep talking about the internet situation. It's timely now. But yeah, my apartment internet is cable, and is cable now. I think it used to be like satellite and air internet. They did update it to cable without telling us. Which you would think should be way faster, and the download speeds are way faster, but the internet speeds are a bit, are like the same. Ooh, the drop frames just got a lot worse. Hold on. Hold on a minute. I hope it doesn't do this thing where it cuts the VOD again. That's annoying. Okay, I think it's coming back. It comes back faster, so even though that was still annoying. It's chillin', it's chillin'. Okay, we're back. But yeah, apartment internet cable has just not gotten better. Right, so what I've had to do is the only other like internet we can get here, because I looked at, we do want to move now, when our lease is up in a full year from now. it's crazy. All of this started happening as soon as our new lease kicked in here. That's crazy work. But yeah, all of this started to happen, and the only place that can do internet of any kind for us is really AT&T Air. There are no fiber options near me because the management place that does this apartment complex, they allow other internet now. They didn't when I first moved in here, but I think when we re-signed as my partner and I, when he moved in, looking through that contract, it looks like they removed that little bit to, yeah, you can get other internet if you can find it, because the management with the cable stuff doesn't really let fiber internet, I think, provide service here. So your options are, I think the only other option is like satellite from like a company with way worse speeds listed, so I'm not even gonna try them. Because we're at least close to a lot of the 5G towers, so it should be okay. Oh my god, we might crash. I just saw it drop down to like 900 bits. It should be okay. Unfortunately, because it's air internet, it's gonna have a lot of instability like this. Especially, I'm worried about, I live in the Midwest. We have bad weather, right? I do worry about that quite a bit. I'll pull it up on the stream up on my phone to make sure we're still live. All right, or are we? Hello? Am I alive? Okay, I'm just in very poor quality, but I am alive. So yeah, it sucks, and I was looking at other apartments that I was interested in, like before streaming even like kicked off and stuff, and it just, oh my god, it's bad, no. Please come back. No. But yeah, in conclusion, I guess, this is the best option. Which hurts to say. I'm watching the, I don't know if you guys can hear me anymore, but I'm watching the bitrate dip down to like 400 now. No. But somehow this is like still more stability than we've seen with the cable stuff. But like neither internet is strong enough to support like the entire apartment and stuff. So currently we're paying for 2 things of internet. I'm gonna see how this first month goes and how many times we crash with this. Like I said, Wednesday's stream went great. This is worrying me a bit though. Whew. I have no way to tell if it's just my phone's on like the apartment Wi-Fi, so I also don't know how to tell if the issues are just the old Wi-Fi or not. Yeah, like I saw the disconnect happen. I saw the disconnect sign. Oh my god. So what, that's 2 crashes today so far? Interesting. Hopefully Kirby goes well tomorrow. I saw the lights go down on my thing. But yeah, the first one was kind of more of like a laggy crash. This one was a full crash. That really sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make it worse. We're gonna launch the project. We're gonna launch the project. This is probably gonna fully crash stream, in which case I will have to call it anyway because it's almost time for work. But yeah, if it's not gonna be stable in the first place, I'm gonna go ahead and launch it and play a bit. But that is just the worst. It's been I think it's been extra heartbreaking because apart from the internet issues like this past month, this year has been like the most locked in I've felt for streaming and for video content in a really long time, probably since college. Like I've just felt on top of it. And I've had moments where I'm like, I could do this forever. You know, I just really fell in love with the whole thing. You can't do any of it with a bad internet connection. No one's gonna give a shit, right? So it's like seven years of momentum just like evaporated overnight because my internet decided to be goofy about something. And it's just all gone. And it's heart-wrenching. It sounds dramatic, but it's heart-wrenching. I think the only comfort I've been able to find is like I know Queso had like a stint where he had like a bunch of internet issues for a while, for like a week or two straight, and you could see that it was getting to him and stuff. But somehow I think I find comfort in the fact that it could happen to anybody. But yeah, if it just feels really silly to me, I guess, if I have a really good setup here, other than the internet, to be like, well, I might as well buy an entire house. Would be smarter just for the chance, not even a guarantee at good internet, because the internet providers like still suck. Even if you do fiber, they have horrible customer service. But it's like, for the chance at slightly better internet, do I just buy a house? But looking at like mortgages and stuff and like estimates with what I could do down payments of, it would be cheaper than than here. Which is kind of crazy. Why am I I'm like, why are we paying so much for apartment internet that doesn't work? When both my partner and I work remote as well. Because that's the other thing I used to justify in my mind, is I'm like, well, I'm not being dramatic if this is how I make a little bit of income and also my main source of income. Like, everything happens remotely through the internet. So, no internet means no money at all. And that's not really a good thing. Oh my gosh, it hasn't even... I also have had this thing, I don't know if it's always done this, where it has to always download, like, the session in the edit mode and stuff at the start of each session. I don't remember it taking this long. And I don't think that's just a my internet thing. They changed some of this way it's displayed on screen. So I think we are also still having issues with Fortnite. In fact, while it does this, I will look up the I'll try to look up that bug again. Hello, Fluli. We're having internet issues. Mr. Beast! It's Mr. Beast's fault. Can I search my history for this bug ticket? I need to know. UEFN. Critical. Aha! Has it been updated to critical? "17 hours ago, bug status has been changed to ready for QA. It's been changed to like ready for QA as in patched, or I don't understand what their ticket pipeline is. That either ready for QA, usually ready for QA means that a submitted fix has attempted fixes in and they need QA to stress test it. I hope that's what it is, and it's not ready for QA as in ready to investigate it. How do I look up this ticket more? Fortnite. This ticket has been open for the past 8 days. The problem's been going on for the past like 18 days. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, we'll see if we drop one more time. But yeah, we'll do a victory lap kind of through the map here at the end. Again, really wished I could have... Hold on, I found something I need to debug. I need to set this back to 1. Really wish we could have found a way to, fix up some more stuff, mainly cosmetics. I should snap that to the ground. Snap that to the ground, fix the debug amount. Give me out the pumpkins. But yeah, still sell pumpkins. Combat training works as intended. Leave me alone. Emerald City is emeralding. I should make sure, I forget. It's been a while since I actually visited Nessa. Nessa's... She doing okay? We should check up on her. How is our internet actually more stable now that Fortnite's open? I don't understand. I don't want to completely write off like this internet setup will absolutely not work yet until we test some more games and we test some more consoles. And test like Unreal Engine 5. So I still want to give this internet till like the end of the year, this setup. And if we're still crashing consistently, like if it happens like once every like 3 or 4 streams, and that still really sucks, but I could live with that a bit better than the current setup. If we're crashing every day though, by the time like the end of the year rolls around, then I guess we'll just cancel it and we'll see. Nessa's pretty strong. I think she'll work out great. Let's go. But yeah, otherwise it don't look great. But we'll see what happens. Didn't KFC make a console? You're right, we do need to stress test the KFC console. I mean, I think that would not only kill me, but kill everybody in the building. Does anybody still use the KFC console? I'm still mad over. I do like all the gimmick products KFC makes. I think it's a lot of fun. But I am still mad over the dating sim. That game pissed me off. It creeped me out. Because you know the ending I got? The Colonel, the KFC mans himself, like, took my character and, like, I guess we romanced, but we didn't prove our cooking ability. But we did, right? Because he takes your recipes and he makes you a trophy wife, which is actually crazy enough, very similar to, like, the plot of one of the books I'm reading right now. So I'm like, I keep reading it and I'm like, man, I hated that game. We don't have a VOD of it though. It happened like my second year of streaming, I think we played that. Well, it was still relatively new. That might be a charity stream reward next year or something, who knows. Yeah, the NPC, the only bad thing, the NPCs, I can't get them to spawn without guns. They're very on edge about the witch situation. But they're cute! Look how cute they are! They do all spawn with, an assault rifle. With the scope and everything, but it's fine. They're very cute. They're just baby. Okay, I need to delete that combat training volume. I thought I did. And then we got the sock monkey enemies. Very cute. I will be going now. Okay, I think it might have just been a hiccup in the internet, which is gonna happen with internet air, but it seems to have stabilized. And it seems to have reconnected a lot quicker than, the thing I like about that actually might just be OBS though, versus like Streamlabs. I used Streamlabs again for like over 6 years, and I just switched to OBS with the internet troubles recently, just so it would have better stat tracking stuff. And boy, I'm kind of glad I did. Because it does have much better stat tracking, and when it crashed, it immediately reconnected. Like, I saw it immediately reconnect. I'll be able to stitch that together a lot more naturally in the VOD. Only thing I feel bad about is the Twitch VODs are, like, just splintered apart, and I'm so sorry about that. Okay, something happened something happened lighting-wise, and I don't know what with these. I don't know what happened. Oh, I feel like that's a Fortnite creative bug. Oh god, because I didn't change a single setting on these. Yeah, it's the window. They have the window texture light up. That's absolutely, I think, a Fortnite bug. Jesus. They broke the one thing we art past, and they broke it in the update. I might take a 2-year break from Fortnite Creative. I think I will appreciate it a lot more. Similarly, I took like a several month break from this. We had done some Fortnite Creative stuff at the very start of the year, and then I put it down for several months, and felt a lot more positive about it when I came back. I think the same logic's gonna have to apply here, because what in the world is actually... What? Okay, and to top it all off, Toto! It deleted Toto! What? Why is Toto deleted? Toto was connected to multiple gameplay objects. If they deleted Toto, everything's broken. What the hell? Where? Don't tell me, don't. No, he should be here. I'm like genuinely worried now why he... Was it just a rendering issue because of this? I just... What is going on with these? I'm just curious. Is it happening to like everything? If I drop that in... If I drop a new asset in, did they get like corrupted or something? I think turning off revision control might have like corrupted some stuff. And that's very upsetting, but I also didn't have a choice in order for it to just run at all. Okay, I believe this is all one asset, right? So if we replace selected actors with the selected actor. Oh, that's right, and then I put the still green over it, didn't I? Is that the problem? Because it has not been a problem for like a month. It better not be. I'm about to show it a problem. Some of them are corrupted and some of them aren't. Now I'm more well, now I'm extra confused. What? It's, you know what, push changes. Let's give it... Let's play from with... I mean, bonus... I'll give them credit for... Oh god, she's falling through the world again. Cool. I'll give them some credit. They added play from here, finally. So... They added one good change. I think everything else broke. When was the last Fortnite update? November 19th. So there was another big update. Wednesday? That's probably what... That's when I noticed some things, items, like, missing. So oh god. So they released a second update that broke more stuff. Mm-hmm. Yup. Oh my goodness. There's so many bugs. Is there a UEFN like Reddit? I think there is, but a lot of people post like their creative stuff, which is cool. I need to know the bugs. Is anyone else like losing their marbles? Oh, this Reddit hasn't been used in 2 years. I guess the people aren't there. Fortnite creative Reddit? Yeah. Let me just search lag. No one's talking about bugs. I would expect people to be pessimistic on Reddit. Okay, now... Oh wait, because it's daytime. Now Toto's in there. Guess we gotta wait for... We gotta wait for nightfall. Go ahead and spawn out here. Look at the Jonesy of Oz go. It deleted the Jonesy of Oz the other day, so I had to put a new one in. Do you know how frustrating that is? This like the one thing you can't delete in this level, and they did. Yeah, let's let the sun like manually change. Also, I like how the barriers, they very faintly come in. So they did something right. But yeah, I think even Unreal's like Lyra stuff, I'm going to be looking forward to. Lyra's gonna have a lot of the same problems we're having here, but I do genuinely want to, like, kind of, rework a little stuff, because the other project we're working on for stream is, being able to remake some of the arenas from Kid Icarus Uprising in Unreal Engine 5 using the Lyra template as the base. But obviously that is not like one-to-one gameplay with the Kid Icarus mode, which means the layouts, we get them as one-to-one as possible, and then we have to do like a different cover pass to accommodate for the different gameplay. But I would like it to be a little closer and edit some of the numbers a bit more, so that stuff I'll look into doing next year, since it looks like Unreal Engine 5 will be our focus next year. So I think we could look a little more into that, or like I said, using Blender to make some like angel related assets, and stuff like that. Maybe like After Effects to make some like the food sprites and stuff. There's a lot of different things we could do with other programs to take a break if we needed one from. And if we just needed a break from Lyra, we could start up another project in just Unreal itself. Like maybe we could revisit the Wallace and Gromit sandbox that I had for Project Zoo. Oh god, the internet's starting to crash again while we're waiting for the sun to set. No, you're joking. Also, I'm late for work. I'm late for work, everybody. I lost track of time. Well, I'm gonna keep this up though, and I'm going to try to debug a lot of this myself. Kind of an anticlimactic way to end it, I guess. But all of that being said, I'll still take a photo here. A little snipping tool photo. Because I am quite proud of what we were able to do here. Out of Oz. Ah! Yeah, if we look on the Miro, even just like the stuff I was able to get done off stream, oh my god, it's it's crashing. The stream's crashing because of Miro. I'm dead. Assuming we're still live, even looking at the Miro, this was what we had kind of at the end of Blocktober last year. A lot of stuff was still in Blockout. The Emerald City did not look great as well, and all of that. This is what we had at the end of this year's Blocktober, and now this is what we have after fixing up those barriers, as well as adding in the new Vista pieces and stuff. So